Alex, thank you. The mountain fire in Ventura County has grown to more than 21,000 acres, fueled by Santa Ana winds. Ventura County Fire reports 132 structures have been destroyed and 88 others damaged.
And we do have team coverage on this fire with our Rick Montanez. But first, we're going to go to KCAL's Cara Fincham, who's live in Camarillo. Cara.
Good morning. There is a lot of law enforcement and fire presence out here. You can see one of the fire trucks stationed here near a group of homes that was lost. We just spoke with a CAL FIRE captain who's out here as well about the progress that they are making.
A lot of overnight work with ground and air resources. We're going to continue that firefight today, but really trying to cool the hot spots, keep any embers from jumping the line, and then going in with hand crews and dozers and really building that perimeter around the fire to keep it from spreading.
And Ventura County fire leaders who initially battled those massive wind-fueled flames say fortunately because the Santa Anas have died down, they have been able to reach 5% containment. I want to give you a look behind us here at one of the homes that was lost. This is in one of these areas that was really hard hit. Folks whose homes did survive, they're not able to return her yet. Crews are still checking gas and electric lines, but the sheriff stresses that deputies will be heavily patrolling with zero tolerance for looters. We did speak with one of the many families who've briefly come back and sadly confirmed that they had lost their house.
This is my daughters, and they were evacuated, and the first thing she did was come and get me because we were evacuated down below, and she's been really strong, but I don't know how she's going to be. We watched it burn on TV, and it's unbelievable. It's like a war zone here. It's what it looks like.
So tough to hear what all of these families are going through. And this is one of the shelters that has been opened. About 10,000 people who were evacuated and a lot of homes that don't have power, people who've lost their homes turning to local agencies and to this emergency shelter that's been set up at Padre Parish for help. Also want to stress and let you know that about a dozen Ventura County schools will be closed today as all of this continues and this community tries to rebuild. A little further over within this large area that has been impacted, we want to head over to Rick Montanez for more.
All right, we'll get back to Rick Montanez. It looks like we're having some technical issues.
So we are here in one of the communities where a family has lost their home. They came through here and sifted through the rubble to see what was left behind here at this home. And it's certainly devastating is a word that we've been using to describe it. It feels like there might not be any other way to really do it justice. But when you see all of this, you know, the family who lived here for 37 years say they're just grateful to be alive. Let's show you some video that we have from the other homes in this community because so many were lost here around Camarillo Heights. And I've spoken with other homeowners who say they are just grateful that everyone made it out. And they say they will help each other in the days and weeks ahead as they deal with this devastation. And we also have video to show you from the family here, the Taylor family who lived in this home where we are for 37 years. They say they heard the winds howling in the overnight hours before the fire burned through here, and that they were able to get out because a relative came after they heard the fire had started in the morning, and they were only able to make it out within minutes. They came back yesterday, last night, to see the devastation and try to find whatever they could.
I think it's more upsetting today than it was yesterday. I think I was more in shock. I keep saying, well, when I get home, I'll go ahead and get and then I go, I can't do that. I don't have a home anymore.
So the families all say that they will help each other out. They've been offered help, which is pretty incredible considering so many of them are going through the same thing. but they say that's one thing that they will try to do is be a community to help one another through this very difficult time. Of course, I can also tell you that conditions here feel so much different than they were just yesterday morning when we were out here. We are not feeling any of the strong wind gusts, but we know, of course, firefighters still have a lot of work ahead of them. Reporting live in Camarillo this morning, Rick Montanez, KCAL News.
Okay, Rick, thank you so much for that. And Governor Gavin Newsom has toured some of the damage in Camarillo Heights. He spoke with firefighters and sheriff's officials as he saw the destruction firsthand. He signed an emergency declaration for the fire to open up funding and resources.
Many weren't able to protect their property from the flames, but others were lucky enough to get help from neighbors and fire crews who were able to save Jim Hill's vintage cars from his burning garage. Although he lost his home, he says he's thankful to the people who saved his possessions.
They had to take a chainsaw to my garage door because they couldn't get it open because the inside of the house was full of fire. And thank you is not enough, obviously. I mean, to save something that was so critical to me and my family, goes without word.
When Hill got back to his house yesterday, all that was left was a play set that his children and grandchildren loved. And stay with KCAL News for continuing coverage of the mountain fire. We also have the very latest on our website, kcalnews.com, and we're streaming on CBS News Los Angeles 24/7.
Now you can get your KCAL News, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.